Greetings everyone, this is Mike Wright, the Astro Sherpa, dropping in with a spatial report. This is a big explosive one. Full moon in Leo. 5-5. Fives. There's a lot of fives in our chart here. So the sun at 5 degrees of Aquarius, the moon opposing that, 5 degrees of Leo. We look at Venus, 2 degrees, 55 minutes. Mars has a 1 and a 5, 15 degrees, 52 minutes. Saturn's at 5 degrees, 44 minutes. Neptune, 25. So 5 is a big theme here. And we see Saturn up here on the midheaven in Pisces, talking about power. 4 is the 4 directions, the cardinal directions, starting anew. This is a new gateway opening into this new Aquarian age. Pluto has entered Aquarius with the sun. The sun and Pluto met at the very, very last degrees on the mountain, had a powwow, and they came to the conclusion the world needs one more year to get their shit together. This is about a community of talented people. Doesn't matter where you came from, what your roots are, what your color is, what you speak, what your sexual proclivities are, who cares? This is about your talent. Can you show us your talent and share it? So those who aren't afraid, Leo, they have courage to move, pump the blood, get things going, break through the blockage. Those who can't have heart attacks, strokes. They're stuck in their parents' patterns. Hereditary, they're wounded. You know, I inherited that pattern. It's not my fault. They didn't have a choice. They were limited. These are all, you know, the previous matrix's rules, patterns. This is what you're escaping out of. We're here to be free. Free of old wounds, old memories, looking at this energy shift out of the earth. Now we're dealing with Mercury, Venus, and Mars here, going through Capricorn. And that energy is behind the sun and Pluto. So this is us looking at basically under the hood of the car or under the frame and looking at everything that's rusted and rotted and corrupted. And we're all driving or riding on that bus, and our safety depends on that stuff. So Mama back here, Miss Venus, she's back in the earth element, which she loves. And this is about abundance. Are you ready to receive what this earth has to offer, the new earth? And that is those who are aware of the energy presence of the earth itself, that you are a part of that field. And when you damage your personal environment, you're damaging the flow of energy back into the earth. So we're here to all heal that and release. And we can do that through healthy vibrations. That's through communications. And usually we do that through protocols, through teams, sports. You're hardly hearing anything about the Olympic Games, which happened every 4 years, 24. So an Olympiad was this 4-year time period, and they measured time itself based on, you know, centuries of Olympiads. And this is hidden throughout, you know, religious text and hidden text and grimoires, cookbooks, whatever you want to call them. You need to be aware that Saturn, which is time, how we perceive time, is coming to an end as far as its last cycle. And these cycles run 7 years, 70 years, so 490 years. These are tracked by ancient people. And these come along these cycles that run into the 1,000 to 1,200. And it gives us into the great year, 26,000 plus few years. So we experience an age, Pisces, Virgo, about 2,160 years. So now we're preparing this rotation out of Pisces, the chain of time, 2,000 plus years of memories into the Aquarian age. So Aquarius precedes Pisces. So this is why we get the precessional of the equinoxes. And the equinox, this is where we start looking at the spring right here. When that hits that point, we know right then and there that's equal day and night. We're getting this spring forward of energy. And then the summer solstice, that's a big change. That's the next season. And then the fall. So Aries and Libra, and that's where this North Node, South Node eclipse cycle is right now. So this is where fate has these moon cycles happen. There's nothing that is determined. So what you might call fate, lack of free will, but you have the choice to choose the vibrational frequency, knowing that the lesson is in Aries. You've swallowed all the Libra relationship damage, Venus completions of the old ego desires for everything to be in harmony and perfect, and it's got to look this way, and the perfect this and the perfect lawn and the perfect car and the Barbie haircut, whatever. That's all fake illusions that are crashing here by Neptune and Saturn and Pisces. Pisces is the dream, the movie, the big illusion we all create. So Hollywood, Hollyweird, every version thereof provided us this as our, plugged our imagination, the holes we have. So it filled it for us. And then we imagine the reality as they wrote it for us. But this new world, you're breaking free. You're getting ready to create the reality you want. Not what somebody else created, a fake fairyland, a fake kingdom. You got to be, kill off 6 other kings to rule the one ring to rule them all. What do you think that was? Saturn. Jupiter, Jupiter fought Saturn. Saturn fought Uranus. Then Jupiter and Uranus teamed up to beat Saturn. It's just one big incestuous battle. Mars slept with his sister Venus. All this stuff was crazy ass psychological wounds of how people act when they're in their animalistic desires versus being in the divine thinking, reasoning mind that says, if I do this pattern, then I will get this result. So patterns are what people call spells. Some people call them dark magic spells. They use words, say the same thing over and over when it's not true, and they repeat it and repeat it until people finally start to think it is true because they keep saying it. Must be something to it. But all it is a repetitive spell that has no power of those who are illuminated and can discern false, true, right, wrong. They can smell it. They know it in their bones, feel it deep down, however you want to say it. You have to use the 3 aspects, your physical, emotional, and mental power to discern the truth. your reality, not somebody else's dark projection. So we live in a pattern machine. That's what people call the matrix. So you use the pattern to wake up. Saturn is the reaper, but he gives gifts in the fact that if you jump when he's reaping, it goes by and that he's harvesting, and there's gifts. Literally, the harvest is stored energy. Learning where energy's going, how to use it. Use it for the righteous understanding of this universe and why it was created and how it was created, and while there's a bazillion universes outside of ours, according to the big new scope up in the sky. So this is revolutionary understanding of these energies we're in. So keep tuning in, tuning up, and participating by awareness. What is the patterns you're still repeating? Are you blaming somebody else? Are you somewhere you shouldn't be? Are you still in, have you had many doors open and you still say it's not good enough? You haven't tried one of them. This is a time to own your own frequency and keep it high and just keep exploring. 5 is adventure, freedom. But you got to walk out the door and leave your patterns, the naysayers, those who are still in their low frequency, dark, spells, darkness, their dark patterns. Leave those people behind. They'll either catch up when they see your light, your brilliance, your happiness, your understanding that this world is a big balance machine. So if you get out of balance, you got to correct it, or you spin out of control. So big revealing moon of understanding that this old earth energy is fading away. So when Mars, Mercury, and Venus here cross Pluto, this energy is going to be set in motion. And the eclipse cycle starting in April, that's going to have us rolling. And Uranus turns on here 2 days. So that is big electricity, dry air clashing with our central nature. So you can literally brush up against people and shock them. So stay grounded, take your shoes off, walk out barefooted in the grass, hug a tree, expel friction with the partner in the correct way. So anyway, this world's amazing. Don't get caught up in this fake projection and AI. Get scared of AI and all this crazy dark spells that keep projecting that the world's going to end. It's the old world's ending. So the new world, you're here. Now you got to imagine your best self. So hopefully you've started at the roots with the physical, and then you've worked on the water, your emotions, which connects your soul power, to the mental, the passion, the spirit, the fire. This is what breathes life into this existence. Now learn, keep growing. Any way you go, I hope you're well. Astro, Sherpa out.